So on my main channel, Orange Peanut, I put out a community post and I asked people to give me their biggest problems because I was going to do a stream where I fixed everyone's life problems. And when I was looking at all the comments, what I couldn't stop seeing was just a general sense of hopelessness from a lot of people. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, I have so many problems in my life. I think things are just never going to get better. What can I do?" People were saying, they were single. They thought they were never going to get a girlfriend. They were saying they were broke. They were thinking they were going to be broke the rest of their lives. And just overall, it seemed like a lot of people had no hope for their future. And that's who this video is for. So if you're not one of those people, if your life is pretty good, leave a comment in the comments encouraging these people. But anyway, the reason I'm making this video is because I was in that exact situation maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Around the time I was 15 or 16, I had no money. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my future, was single, never really talked to a girl, and I was extremely skinny, scrawny, unconfident, basically all the markers of someone who was hopeless in life. And like all those people in the comments, I thought, well, this is going to be my life forever. I'm not really going to go anywhere. I'm just going to have a mediocre, sad life. And speaking now, 5 or 6 years later, obviously things did get better. I improved in basically every facet of life, but it's so common when things aren't going the way we want them to just feel like things are going to be that way forever. And that's exactly what happened to me. But I'm here to tell you, especially if you're someone who's younger or even if you're older, things can absolutely and will absolutely get better. And the way that's going to happen is through you. And the thing about improvement is people think it has to happen tomorrow. I have to make some big change in my life to make my life better, to fix all my problems. But the truth of it is, in my experience and probably most people's experience, it never just happens in one particular moment. Oh, I have one epiphany that makes me some great, better person. Oh, I learn one thing and all of a sudden I'm great. Unfortunately, that is not how it works. But fortunately, the way how it works is comfortable almost, because the way your life gets better and the way you get out of a rut you're in, the way you get out of a bad life, is through getting just slightly better every day. So, for example, say you're fat, you're overweight, you don't like the way you look. There's literally humanly nothing you can do short of getting a ginormous surgery that's going to make you stop being overweight the next day or even the next week or the next month. What's going to get you out of that is every single day making slight changes and becoming just a little bit better. So for that reason, my main point of this video is it doesn't matter where you're at right now in your life, whether your life is great, bad, medium. It does not matter where you're at right now. What matters much, much more is where are you headed? What are those slight changes happening to you every day? And if you take a look at your life and how you were yesterday and the day before, and you see that you're, just ever so slightly getting better, I have some fantastic news for you. If you stay on that path, one day you're going to wake up and things are going to be okay. And if you're not, if you say my life is getting just a tiny bit worse every day, that's okay, because guess what? Tomorrow you can wake up and just do a little bit and things will, in the long run, get better. And the great thing about this is it is so unbelievably easier to get a little bit better every day, especially if you're young. Because if you're like, let me tell you, a lot of those comments, they were saying like, I'm 16 or 17, I think I'm going to die alone because I can't talk to girls. Let me tell you, when you're young, your brain is still not fully developed until you're like 25, they say. So even if you're not naturally getting better every day, just pure brain development is going to get you slightly better at social skills, at life skills every single day. But it doesn't hurt at all, and it will definitely help if you're making a conscious effort to just do a tiny bit every day. Now, for example, last year, I was terrible at running. I was maybe the worst runner I knew. Like, I could not go 0.6 miles, I remember, on my first run without being out of breath, having to stop. And I thought, well, this is just the life I have. I am a shitty runner, and I'm always going to be that. But then I decided, yeah, you know what? No, I don't want to be known as a shitty runner. So every a couple days a week, I would, just add an extra zero point 0.1 miles to my run. I would try to go just ever so slightly faster. And now I sit here a year later, I can go like 3.5, 4 miles without stopping. I'm by no means a good runner, but I'm absolutely much better than I was a year ago. And that's exactly how life works. There's no pill you can take, transformation you can make that's going to make you some sort of great person tomorrow. But if you're on the path of making these slight improvements, just getting a tiny bit better, it can be microscopic. As long as you're on that path every day, I promise you things are going to get better. And it's long, it's annoying, it's obviously goes against us wanting instant gratification, but when it comes to you taking a look at your life right now, if you're not happy with your life, don't worry about making some grandiose change, some phenomenal overhaul of your life that's somehow going to make it fantastic tomorrow, because that's just not going to happen. What is going to help you is if you take a minute every day and say, what can I do today that's going to make it slightly better? If you're socially anxious, as I was when I was 15 or 16, you don't like talking to people, people think, especially like single guys, they're like, oh, I'm going to die alone, I want a girlfriend. They think that if they're going to get a girlfriend, the first step is to start talking and flirting with girls. No, absolutely not. The first step to getting better at talking to girls and maybe one day finding a girlfriend is just to get a little more comfortable talking to people. And this can be saying hello to the old lady on the street, saying an extra thank you, have a nice day to the cashier at the gas station. The first step is just getting a little bit more comfortable with talking to people you don't know. And if you do that every day, you get slightly more confident, slightly more comfortable at talking to strangers. One day, you're going to wake up and realize you're not scared to talk to girls, and it's going to be okay. And this is what I'm trying to drill into all of these people who are hopeless. Yes, things seem bad now, but you very much can have a better life soon enough if you just are committed to getting a little bit better. They say this is probably the corniest, most cliche saying ever, and it's Rome wasn't built in a day. But it's true, and neither will your happiness and your success. But I'm going to give one more example, and then I'll probably wrap this up. The gym. When I started lifting weights, my squat, my back squat, it was about 200 pounds, which, was okay given that I had never done it before. But today, my squat is 400 pounds. It's doubled. And there was not a single week in the entire last 3 years I was squatting where my max increased by 10. Never happened once. There was no time I went in and I was like, wow, I'm 10 pounds stronger than last week. But because I stuck at it, I kept squatting, just getting a little better. I can now see myself as, okay, I'm pretty good at squatting. But think of any facet in your life at all, whether it be social skills, money, job, career, girlfriend, whatever. There's no way you're going to transform yourself tomorrow, but if you are headed in the right direction, you're focused on making discrete, tiny, little improvements, you will be okay and everything's going to get better. So for all the people out there who have no hope, I promise it'll be okay. Just work on getting slightly better every day and you'll find you can do a lot more than you think. So that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if I missed anything, if I'm an idiot, if I said anything wrong. But I think this can help some people. And again, if you are one of those people who your life is great right now, leave a comment for the hopeless people. Give them whatever help you get where you are. So that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Peace.